I'd like to call the City Caucus meeting to order for Monday, March 11th, 2024. We have two public hearings tonight. If the clerk would please read.
Public hearing number 1 regarding amending City Code Section 93-6 entitled Civilian Police Review Board to modify the manner of appointing vacancies to the Civilian Police Review Board.
Public hearing number 2.
Public hearing number 2 regarding creating a special assessment district on a portion of North College Street.
Thank you. We have 11 items for original consideration and 1 for unanimous consent. If the clerk would please read item number 1.
Item number 1 for original consideration. An ordinance dated March 11, 2024, authorizing the issuance of not to exceed $9,998,684 aggregate principal amount of serial bonds of the City of Schenectady, New York, pursuant to the local finance law to finance a portion of the 2024 capital plan.
Discussed in committee without objection on consent. Item number 2.
Item number 2 for final consideration. An ordinance establishing a temporary moratorium until June 10, 2024 on the submission and processing of building permits, certificate of occupancies, certificate of use, and land use approvals for smoke shops, vape shops, and tobacco or vape consumption businesses within the City of Schenectady.
Discussed in committee without objection on consent. Item number 3.
Item number 3 for original consideration. A resolution supporting the Schenectady Food Council's advocacy and empowerment working groups requests regarding programs and initiative addressing food insecurity in the New York State fiscal year 2025 budget.
Discussed in committee without objection on consent. Item number 4.
Item number 4 for original consideration. A resolution approving the increase of Schenectady municipal golf course rates.
Discussed in committee without objection on consent. Item number 5.
Item number 5 for original consideration. A resolution authorizing the 2024 budget reallocation for the municipal golf course.
Discussed in committee without objection on consent. Item number 6.
Item number 6 for original consideration. A resolution authorizing the mayor or his designee to enter into a contract with TerraMend Incorporated for the maintenance of the Schenectady Municipal Golf Course.
Discussed in committee without objection on consent. Item number 7.
Item number 7 for original consideration. A resolution recognizing Navy veteran CB Dominic DeSantis.
Discussed in committee without objection on consent. This resolution will be presented this Saturday, March 16th, at the Honor of Vet ceremony at St. Luke's at 1 p.m. Item number 8.
Item number 8 for original consideration. A resolution honoring the John F. Kennedy Division I of the Ancient Order of Hibernians, together with the John F. Kennedy Division I of the Ladies' Ancient Order of Hibernians, and all people of Irish descent throughout the City of Schenectady on the occasion of the Feast of St. Patrick, March 17.
This item will be taken out of order and presented by Councilmember Mancini. Item number 9.
Item number 9 for original consideration. A resolution authorizing the issuance of revocable permit number 682 to Bundles by Tiara for a sign that will overhang the city's right-of-way at 447 State Street.
Discussed in committee without objection on consent. Item number 10.
Item number 10 under contract and supply. A resolution awarding the bid and contract for the 2024 Schenectady CHIPS paving to Peter Louisi and Brothers Contracting Incorporated in the amount of $3,356,818.90.
Discussed in committee without objection on consent. Item number 11.
Item number 11 under contract and supply. A resolution awarding the bid and contract for the crack sealing of city streets 2024 to Seal Coat USA Incorporated in the amount of $172,500.
Discussed in committee without objection on consent. We have one additional item to be placed on the agenda this evening, item number 11A. If the clerk would please read.
Item number 11A for unanimous consent. A resolution authorizing a reappropriation to the 2024 capital budget.
I need a motion to place this item on the agenda. So moved by Mr. Mutaverin, second by Ms. Patrick. All those in favor? Aye. Thank you. If there's no objection to this item, may I have a motion to place on the consent agenda? So. Second, Mr. Farley. If there, okay. Is there maybe have roll call? We need roll call for this one. Should we do roll call? No. All right. Everyone's in favor? Okay. All right. Thank you. If there's nothing more to come before the City Council caucus, I ask for a motion to adjourn. Motion by Ms. Patrick, second by Mr. Williams. All those in favor? We are adjourned. Thank you. I'd like to call the City Council meeting to order for Monday, March 11th, 2024. And I'd like to ask the Pastor Tristana Ganpat to lead us in the prayer invocation.
Can we all bow our heads and close our eyes as we pray this afternoon? Father in heaven, we give you praise and we give you thanks. We honor you, God, for who you are. You are the King of glory, and there is none like unto you. And so, Father, as we gather here this afternoon, we gather to God, we come together as a body, as one people, oh God, in making the right decision, oh God, for our community. And Father, I lift you up in whatever will be said and done. I pray it will bring honor and it will bring glory unto your name. I pray, God, that you will bless every council members. I pray, God, that you will anoint them from the crown of their head to the sole of their very feet. And even our mayor, I pray, God, that you will bless him with a double portion of your anointing. I pray, God, that you will always cover him under your blood. I speak your blessing. I speak your favor over his life. And I pray, God, that you will give him the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that he needs to lead your people. Lord, for we understand without you we cannot do anything, but through you we can do any and everything who has given us the strength. And today, Father, I pray as we come together as one people, you will help us, God, to make the right decision for this community. I pray, God, this community will be a place where our people will feel safe. Lord, our needy, oh God, will be fed. And Lord, those evildoers out there, God, Lord, justice will be served. And so, Father, I pray that you will cover this community, oh God, Schenectady as a whole, under your blood. I pray, God, that every family, Lord, will feel your peace, joy, and happiness in this area, in Schenectady, Father. I give you praise, Father, for every person that is here today. I pray, God, that you're going to blend, oh God, our decisions together and help us, God, to make the right one. I give you praise and I give you thanks. Lord, give us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. In Jesus' mighty name we pray, and all God's people say, amen and amen.
Amen.
Praise the Lord.
Thank you. I'd like to ask Dave Conley if you would please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. If the clerk could please complete the roll call.
Ms. Toro? Mr. Farley?
Present.
Mr. Mancini?
Present.
Mr. Mutavaran?
Present.
Ms. Patrick? Here. Mr. Williams?
Present.
Ms. Porterfield?
Here. Thank you. We do have one out of order resolution this evening, but before that, we have the dancers coming. Are they ready? Yes, we're ready for the dancers. Thank you. At this time, we will have the resolution honoring John F. Kennedy Division I of the Ancient Order of Hibernians, together with the John F. Kennedy Division I of the Ladies Ancient Order of Hibernians, and all people of Irish descent throughout the city of Schenectady on the occasion of the Feast of St. Patrick. And I'd like to call on Councilmember Mancini to present this resolution.
Thank you. I'd like to invite the folks from the Hibernian up here into the well. There we go. Come on in, get comfortable. Thank you. Perfect. Let me get you all. All right, fantastic. Madam President, may I have the floor?
You have the floor, sir.
A resolution honoring the John F. Kennedy Division I of the Ancient Order of Hibernians, together with the John F. Kennedy Division I of the Ladies Ancient Order of Hibernians, and all people of Irish descent throughout the city of Schenectady on the Feast of St. Patrick, March 17th. Whereas St. Patrick's Day is the Feast of St. Patrick, patron saint of Ireland. He was born in Roman Britain in the 4th century. He was kidnapped at the age of 16 and taken to Ireland as a slave. He escaped but returned about 432 CE to convert the Irish into Christianity. By the time of his death on March 17, 461, he had established monasteries, churches, and schools. And whereas the city of Schenectady honors its many Irish residents and residents of Irish descent, as well as their contributions to the city of Schenectady. And whereas the John F. Kennedy Division I Ancient Order of Hibernians, together with the John F. Kennedy Division I Ladies Ancient Order of Hibernians, have in fact contributed to the general welfare of the city of Schenectady for over 143 years and 129 years respectively, by its many financial donations and the performance of various goods, works, and for worthy causes and deserving organizations. Whereas in 2023, the Schenectady Hibernian family supported numerous organizations, including Street Soldiers, Schenectady Historical Society, Patriot Flight, Toys for Tots, City Mission of Schenectady, Community Hospice, and the Regional Food Bank of Northeastern New York, to name a few. Whereas popular St. Patrick's Day recipes include Irish soda bread, corned beef and cabbage, and even beer, and sometimes dyed green to celebrate the day. In the United States, people often wear green on St. Patrick's Day. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Schenectady City Council and Mayor Gary R. McCarthy declare that March 17, 2024, St. Patrick's Day, shall be celebrated throughout the city of Schenectady in recognition of the contributions and good works of Irish American people everywhere. Madam President, I would like to move the resolution.
May I have a second, please? Second by Ms. Patrick. All those in favor? Aye. Motion passes. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Would anyone like to say a few words? Yes. Great.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We're very honored for this proclamation and very honored to be part of a city with such a rich, dynamic history, a history which us Irish are extremely proud to be great contributors to as well. The Erie Canal, many social contributions, more than a few mayors. But our goal is to continue such contributions into the future and be part of a truly dynamic and diverse culture and city. Thank you very much.
And we hope you'll join us on St. Patrick's Day. We'll have lots of great food, dancers, bagpipers, and all kinds of fun, and beer.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see you, too.
We have two public hearings tonight. I just want to remind you that we've extended the public comment period for public hearings to 4 minutes, and also respectfully ask anyone who wants to comment on the public hearing to only speak on the subject relevant to the public hearing. Public hearing number 1, regarding amending the City Code Section 93-6 entitled Civilian Police Review Board to modify the manner of appointing vacancies to the Civilian Police Review Board. I have no one signed up to speak, so I declare the public hearing number 1 closed. Public hearing number 2, creating an assessment district on a portion of North College Street. I have no one signed up to speak on this public hearing, so I declare public hearing number 2 closed. I ask for approval of the minutes for February 26, 2024. Moved by Mr. Farley, second by Mr. Williams. All those in favor? Aye. Oops, 1 second. I ask the clerk to read any communications and petitions.
Communications presented to City Council for Monday, March 11, 2024. Under official, there were none. Under general, there was an email from Michael Murphy regarding the Central Parkway Sidewalk Program, requesting the dimensions of the street, sidewalk, and island remain the same. Under petitions, there were none.
Thank you. Ask City Council members for any committee reports. Committee reports? This time we'll have privilege of the floor related to the legislative agenda. I have 2 people signed up to speak. Well, I have 2 things. First is Rayshawn Artis. And you have 3 minutes, sir. Thank you.
Good evening, Rayshawn Artis, city resident, business owner. I want to speak about item number 10, the contract and supply for the 2024 CHIPS paving project. Nothing bad to say. Hope you vote for it. Peter Luisi Brothers is one of the few contractors out there who do the right thing. I've had 5 conversations with them since January 1st, and 2 of the topics have been this job. I've worked for them before. They do what they're supposed to do. So please vote for yes on this. Thank you.
Thank you. The next is just description, and the person signed they want to speak on the moratorium, but they did not put a name. Is there someone here who? Okay, Ms. Reitmeyer, please come forward. No problem, please.
Judy Reitmeyer, Director of the Tobacco-Free Communities, and it's 20-plus years of doing this that caused me to do that. So again, I apologize. But I want to say that I appreciate that the council is taking the time to consider a moratorium on smoke and vape shops in the city. I wanted to remind council members that the more tobacco marketing and promotion that youth see, the more likely they are to smoke or vape. We also know that the majority of the marketing and promotion that youth will see will be in those retailers that are right in their neighborhoods. In November of 2023, we did a store observations of stores within 1,500 feet of schools, and 31 of retailers were within 1,500 feet of schools in the city of Schenectady. And the majority of those sold flavored vapes. 2/3 of those had exterior advertising, which is in violation of state law. Those licensed tobacco retailers are disproportionately located near schools in high poverty neighborhoods in the city. And those children that live in those high poverty neighborhoods have the greatest exposure to that tobacco marketing. We also know that 52% of those stores sold flavored electronic cigarettes. So I want to just share for you to consider this idea of all tobacco and vape retailers in the city, in addition to those that are specifically smoke and vape shops. So thank you for your time, and again, I apologize.
No problem. Thank you. I have no one else signed up to speak, so I declare the public comment on the legislative agenda. Sir, did you sign up to speak on the legislative agenda? What is your name? Okay, sir, that you signed up to speak on the city business. Is there something on the agenda which you'd like to speak on, or is it on the city business?
Yes, I probably signed the wrong.
It's not a problem. So you want to speak on the legislative agenda?
Sure, I want to speak on something I'm concerned about.
Is it on the agenda that's printed that's before us? If not, then you'll be in the next group. Okay, you'll be in the next group. We still have more, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
You're quite welcome, no problem. So I have no one else signed up to speak for public comment on the legislative agenda, so I declare the legislative agenda closed. This time I ask for approval of the legislative consent agenda. Moved by Ms. Patrick, second by Mr. Mutaverin. All those in favor? Aye. At this time, we will have privilege of the floor regarding general city business, and I have 5 individuals who are signed up to speak. Are you going to read this one? No. No. Okay. This first person sent in their public comment.
The comment is from Tiaret Nguvu Alkebolan.
Are you here? Okay.
No. She writes, thank you for the opportunity to introduce our new non-for-profit organization, CEAH Incorporated. Our mission is to conquer loneliness and social isolation through engagement experiences in the homes and community of older adults in Schenectady County. I have been a nurse for over 24 years, working both administratively and directly with many seniors and their care providers. The most valuable time for them, and selfishly me, was the quality moments spent engaging with them on social level. Senior loneliness and social isolation are underserved conditions that cost millions in Medicare dollars, increase health risk to seniors, including early death. Our organization has been providing social engagement events at senior independent living communities since July 2023. We became an official nonprofit organization in December 2023. The success of these events ignites our passion to add more programs and services to better meet the needs of our elderly population. We would like the opportunity to introduce ourselves to the government of Schenectady County. How much better would we be able to support our seniors by partnering with established social agencies, senior providers, nursing assisted living facilities, veteran agencies, and others to cohesively work toward our mission. We are also seeking support and guidance from the Mayor's office to give this gift of engagement to our seniors. We would be honored to present our marketing plan at a city council meeting. Thank you for your consideration. We look forward to hearing back from you.
Thank you, Ms. Maiku. This time, Rayshawn Artist.
Good evening again. I watched the committee meeting last week, and I just want to thank you for bringing up the minority participation during these contracts. And as I was listening, it seemed like your questions were getting the same old answer. Oh, it's hard, it's hard. It's only hard when you don't do anything about it. I'm going to explain to you how, and I'm going to use the paving contract as an example. I'm a minority contractor, non-minority contractor. We're both trucking outfits. Main company, throw Callahan Industries in there, has to fill their minority participation. If I have a truck and he has a truck, now, I want you to listen to this. We do not get to bid the job. So money is not the problem. It isn't like my number's high, his number's low. In the trucking industry, we work for what they put out as their trucking rate for the season. Reifenberg, Newcastle, Louisiana, you can go on down. That's just how it is. I don't get to send in my number and say, I need this much money to do the job. I gotta make it work within there. So truck and pay were even. Now you need minority participation. I should be going up a little bit because he doesn't have it. So I don't understand why it's so hard to fulfill the numbers you're supposed to meet. It's only hard because nobody's making them do it. And another example I want to give you of the games they play. brought my friend Terrell Bell down here, and we got t-shirts and hoodies, and there's 3 companies on here, because we're 3 minority companies in the area where they play the game where, oh, CLA said he'll do it for this, he'll do it for cheaper than we want. We're standing there having a conversation when his phone rang, and they said that. He said, hang on, let me put him on the phone for you. These are the games they play, and they can only play it if you allow them. Callahan Industries, last year, 4 days. The job started in August. Every day they had trucks. Gary, I seen you on the job. I tried to tell you what was going on. I call Ron before you guys even vote on it. Soon as I can, when the bid comes out, I'm calling at 2 o'clock saying, who's the lowest bidder? My next call is to Ron. Ron, so-and-so got the job. We gonna get on this? You know they're gonna play the games. What's 4 days? That's nothing. I do it because it's in my city, and I want to work in my city. If you guys don't ask the questions, I don't know what else to say, Gary. To tell you the truth, I'm just, and I know I'm not supposed to speak directly to you, but I kind of feel a certain way because I always believed in you, even when you first started running. And I always told my neighbors and everybody else, if it's the law, it's in the books, he's going to make sure they do it right.
I need you
And
to
I just
summarize.
feel like it's not being done. And the fact that I had a one-on-one with you really just makes me feel like you're not paying attention to what's going on out here. That's an insult to what they're doing. They're feeding you guys any old excuses. It's not hard.
Okay, I need you to summarize, sir, because your time has expired, but I thank you very much
Get
for
us
coming.
involved. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Frank Wicks?
Okay. Okay, with respect to our trucker friend, I think my observation, if we have a trucker brought it, and trucking is a tough job, and it's important that they are treated fairly, which means, don't circumvent the law. So I'm totally in support of this trucker. Okay. So anything you can do to help them is good for everyone. Okay. I'm standing here with my friend Larry.
My name is Larry Meyerhoff. I'm here to support Frank.
And we have
Mohammed Mafi.
and just by coincidence, here's my Muslim friend, and here's my Jewish friend. And my Jewish friend is also a musician who's performing over in Galway. And so he appreciates the dancers we had here. And okay, the proposal we have tonight might have sounded pretty outside the norm a month ago. Over the last weekend, the 2 United States senators from Vermont came around and saying the same thing. So we'd like the city of Schenectady to be on the record saying the same thing. So the proposal is for the city of Schenectady urges the President of the United States and Congress to immediately stop funding and supplying weapons to Israel that are now being used to commit unthinkable crimes against Palestinian people in Gaza and humanity, including genocide by weapons and starvation, ethnic cleansing, destruction of homes, hospitals, universities, and spiritual and historic sites, leaving desperate people with nowhere to go. So that's the proposal that I hope you can vote on, and the city of Schenectady can come down on this side, and we hope to make the same work with other cities, communities, villages to do the same thing. The context is again, The Jews who settled in Palestine had a choice of working in peace and cooperation with the native Palestinians, as was envisioned by Albert Einstein and others, but chose to forcibly remove Palestinians from homes with the goal of an ethically pure Jewish birthright population, extending from the Jordan River to the Mediterranean Sea, as Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu showed on a map to the United Nations in September 2023. The pursuit of this total domination required a massive amount of United States tax money and weapons with no constraints on the use. Again, see, since October 7th of 2023, Israel could have exercised the right of self-defense by restoring effective monitoring on the wall, and that keeps Palestinians in Gaza out of Israel, and recovered hostages by exchange. With what has happened since shows that total domination rather than defense is the goal.
Sir, I need you to summarize, please.
Okay, so I got 3 points there, I'm sorry. One, the property damage in Gaza from thousands of United States supplied bombs and airplanes exceeds the combined damage to Hiroshima and Nagasaki from the atom bombs. The deaths and destructions are approaching the many and may surpass the Japanese deaths that happened from the bombs. Finally, genocide by starvation is being done by undermining the United Nations-based food agencies and blocking deliveries by truck. The United States is feebly responding with humanitarian needs via parachute and telling of a plan to construct emergency pier to deliver sea. The cruel irony is the United States is trying to act heroically to help the victims of the United States-supplied bombs being dropped by Israel. And the closing thought, evil can happen when when good people are silent, and also when they're okay with it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
May I have a few, may I say a few sentences?
Okay, I'll put you down as a separate individual. Yes, sir, you may.
Just a few sentences.
Yes.
I listened to that initial prayer that you mentioned. In that prayer, you asked, help us to bring honor and glory to God. Help us to make the right decisions. In the Pledge of Allegiance, you said that we want to bring liberty and justice for all. Within 5 months, 31,000 people have been killed. More than 70% of them children and women. The bombs, as our tax dollars are thrown, they are buried under the buildings, hungry, thirsty. And it may not work, it may not have any effect, but it shows at least some conscientious people say, because this is done at in our names. People around the world know this. It's only the media here that keeps the American people underinformed. So it would be nice for the city of Schenectady to say, we are not being bamboozled by what ABC and NBC shows. This is against the humanity, against the consciousness of humans. Thank you.
Thank you. Rod Hubert.
Hello, everyone. It's the third time I've been here, and nothing's still been done. I don't even get a call back. Maybe one of you guys will call me back. I hear about the roads in Schenectady that are awful. Why don't we have a plan in place? You got all these people that are, they get voted in, and they don't do anything. You're nice people, don't get me wrong, but something's got to happen. A plan's got to be in place. I guess we're not as important, the roads. We as taxpayers pay your salary. You know where we are when you want to run for your campaign. But second time I didn't get a call either. But I just don't understand. We live in this city and pay the taxes, and we ask for services, especially in Woodlawn, where I live. We don't get anything, hardly. Let's wake up here and get moving. Another thing, around the park is paved, Union Street is paved, but no place else. hire a contractor. Get off your butts and do something. And I didn't swear. But, and another thing, the park is a mess with leaves. They don't do leaves. And I went through the park and saw that fountain, all rusty and paint coming off of it. We got summer coming, you got that swimming pool. We don't want things to be left like that, so get moving. I don't mean to be mean, but you sit there and you're looking, you don't say nothing. Get with it. I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. Another thing, I bought a new truck. I hit a pothole. $40,000 for a truck, you know? Get going. Every other week you come here, nothing gets done. I've had it. Sorry, but just don't get it. And I'm a former city employee. I'm retired. I know what goes on. They make deals, and there's a lot of driftwood that doesn't work, and they get big salaries. I knew everything. So please, I'm begging you, can somebody call me and put a plan in place? So with that's all I got to say. The third time I'm here, I'm not going to bother. All right, you guys have a nice night.
Thank you.
Andre Gerard?
Hi, good evening. How you doing? My name is Andre Gerard. I'm over here to discuss, the issue. Matter of fact, my name is Andre Gerard. I have an AKA. They know me as Triple OG. I'm the founder, the CEO, as well as the executive director of the premier business to reduce violence here in Schenectady, which is called Gang Affiliated Nonviolent Guidance. It is spelled gang, and one of the amazing things about this business is that I am forever promoting hugs, no slugs. I am forever telling the Blood, the Crip, the Latin Kings, all these bangers out here to give their homie a hug instead of a slug. And unfortunately, I made so much sacrifices throughout my years, the 3 years that I was on parole, to do something positive for the community, to give back in a way that, other people don't. I don't know why, at this point in my life that God called me to reduce violence and to uplift the youth. But they respect my handle. I learned everything in threes, and I break everything down in threes. And unfortunately, I was able to obtain an ice cream truck that was maliciously confiscated October 27th by the police in a way to try to discourage me. There are people out in the neighborhoods, especially the Black and the Latino people that I'm trying to bring together unity. I go through a lot of problems. I go through problems with the community. I go through problems with, the officials. There are people that just want to break my spirit. And, I come from an area of getting high, robbing, stealing. I have to put my face on some of the most, humiliating things, but it's a power to help me in my process to be a better man. And, I'm just grateful that, I was able to turn around and put this business together, and it's just terrible that the summer is approaching. And what I provided for the youth is, barbecues. I provided, different things such as, ciphers where they can bring out their talent. I want to turn around and be able to establish cards games, clean the park. One of the initiatives that I initially promoted was the help of keeping the park clean. The park is filthy. People, it's just sad that, I have the initiative and I have the power and ability to keep Schenectady safe and clean. It's called Project Schenectady Safe and Clean Streets, and I can't get no help from the very people that should be grateful, because prior to you winning that election seat, you held up my banner. That banner, every official that see that banner, they praise it. Police praise it, fire departments praise it. I just get nothing but praise, because it's the only business that's reducing violence in Schenectady. I am promoting hugs, no slugs. And the last thing that I want to talk about, the most serious crisis that's happening right now in Schenectady is a mental illness that is not being addressed. They need comprehensive reform for mental illness. You know, there's just too much mental illness just rampant. And then you have these organizations that are, I don't know what they're doing with the money or the funding, but nobody is helping the mentally ill. And if the mentally ill are not going to turn around and be helped,
I need you to
sooner or
summarize,
later,
please.
it's going to be a very serious problem.
All right. I need you
You
to
know?
summarize.
Yes, thank you. Please address those people who have mental
Thank you,
illness.
sir. Thank you.
You know, no justice for those, no peace for you. No justice,
Sir, your
no
time
peace.
is expired. I have no one else signed up to speak, so I declare the public comment of city business closed. At this time, any miscellaneous business of the council? Mayor. Okay, first of all, I just want to congratulate Carlos Coto as being named the new superintendent for the Schenectady City School District. So this past Friday, they made that announcement, so I just was glad most of us were able to attend, and I'm glad to see that happen. As we've all heard about the tragedy of the child that was killed here in the city, and someone asked me a question and thought that we should pass legislation regarding Abandoned Child Act. So I just wanted everyone to know that there is legislation called the Abandoned Infant Protection Act, where someone can bring an infant to a safe place, and there's no questions asked about it. So in response to the person who raised the question whether the city council would be passing any legislation, there already is legislation in place where someone can bring an infant if they think they're going to harm them, to bring someone to like a firehouse, police department, a hospital, or someone they feel that can take care of the infant and will take care of the infant. But I just want people to know that that is in place, and our hearts go out to the families of the child, Halo, and just pray for the entire family, because it's a tragedy no matter how you look at it. If there's nothing further to come before the city council, I will ask for a motion to adjourn. Moved by Mr. Farley, second by Mr. Mancini. All those in favor? Aye. We're adjourned.